Good morning, this is Kimberly Jade with your WJLP News Break. Governor Murphy announced that Motor Vehicle Commission sites will be reopening in phases beginning June 15th, and the backlog of road tests stands at nearly 60,000.
People are upset and they have a right to be.
The Small Business Administration gave another glimpse into PPP activity, stating that over $175 billion was approved just 5 days into the program's second round of funding. A winter storm watch is in effect for 13 counties in New Jersey, and 7 counties are under a winter storm warning. Unlike alcohol, where you would use a breathalyzer to determine whether or not somebody's under the influence, with marijuana, there is still no device that would be able to detect impairment other than a trained officer. Now, what's better than a Christmas miracle? This New Jersey family had a very rare wish this year, a miracle ear for their 9-year-old son.
I wanted a bigger ear, and because I used to get teased a little bit.
Mason Ortiz is not your typical 9-year-old boy. He was born without an outer ear and also an ear canal on his right side. And thanks to the Little Babyface Foundation, he now has what he has been wishing for. They say the average time to read a text message is 5 seconds. Would you ever go on the highway with your eyes closed for 5 seconds? It's hard to believe that it was only 10 minutes before we found ourselves a distracted driver. Thanks for joining New Jersey News Network. I'm Kimberly Kravitz. There's been an ongoing battle between Pfizer and the government, and it's been reported that New Jersey may get tens of thousands fewer doses of the Pfizer vaccine next week. It seems like the common sense approach to reopen by region.
The only thing we can do, in my opinion, black and white, reopen or not.
Well, it's not your typical November day. We're here at the boardwalk at Seaside Heights, where people are enjoying this unexpected beautiful weather. They're getting their steps in, they're enjoying the fresh air, and enjoying every last bit while they can. I'll tell you, it's been an election day like no other. I had the fortune of speaking with someone on the ticket here, Felicia Simmons, who's running for City Council of Asbury Park, and she tells me that change must happen from Main Street up.
I hope to come out to kind of inspire people that life happens from Main Street up.
The daily routines that we are all used to are now becoming a thing of the past in this global pandemic. And that is especially challenging for those in recovery who depend on daily meetings. For them, they must stay cyber in order to stay sober. I joined in on a virtual meeting. It was super simple and lightning quick. Now the question is, how can we best prepare ourselves from a coronavirus outbreak here in New Jersey? Heather Fordham is with us live in studio with the details. Heather, you've heard the headlines. Leaving your child or pet in a hot car could be deadly. Here at Fulfill, volunteers are lining the room, of course, adhering to social distancing. You can see the yellow lines here that are separating people. I was here in Ocean Grove when 17-year-old Sam Jarmer suffered a spinal injury while on the job as a lifeguard over the summer. But with many prayers and loving messages, a miracle happened.
When my accident initially happened, I couldn't move anything from my neck down, and now I can move my arms.
On July 24th, Sam the lifeguard dove over a wave and hit a sandbar, leaving him paralyzed in the water. He is fighting to get his swimming legs back with the support from his community. What a memorable night in New Jersey. Musical artists from all across the world have traveled here for the MTV Video Music Awards. We are back at historic Convention Hall in Asbury Park for the event New Jerseyans wait for all year. Oh, what a night it was in Asbury Park.
Kimberly, it's Jersey. We don't get impressed with nothing. Am I right or wrong?
You made such a great point. Bergen County, Essex County. What about the guys in Cape May County? What about Atlantic City?
How great is she?
I mean, what about the other half of the state?
I know.
It's
I
crazy.
agree.
Kimberly Kravitz here in the 7th Congressional District, where we are encountering one of the most contentious races in New Jersey. Do you expect Donald Trump to win the state of New Jersey?
Oh, listen, I think he can make it. I think he can make New Jersey competitive, and it's going to be up to him as to how hard he works and how much time and effort they spend there.
Taking tragedy and turning it into a positive. That is the mission of Jersey girl Sarah Ripley, founder of Angel Energy.
There's still some real concern. Kimberly.
The rollout of the COVID-19 vaccine had sparked hope that New Jersey schools would return to a normal traditional schedule. And that raises the question, should teachers be forced to be vaccinated?
And is it legal? I believe it is as an attorney.
Mark Zittimer, a school board attorney and partner at Schenck Price, suggests that although school teachers are not mandated to take the COVID-19 vaccine yet, they may be forced to in the future.
They've come out with guidance that they believe that employers are within their rights to mandate vaccines.
A few teachers that I spoke with in New Jersey feel that they should be the ones in charge of what is put in their body.
To mandate something like that is to allow a foreign substance to be injected into someone's body without giving them a choice.
They really need to look at what their risk factors are.
Don't get vaccinated. You come to school and you contract COVID and now have infected 25 students in a classroom, and those students have siblings in other classrooms and in the other schools. It's got the ability, obviously, to shut down the entire school district.
Under a state or federal mandate, certain exemptions for a vaccine may be negotiable.
If you have a deeply held religious view, just as with parents and their children currently, which is protected under the Civil Rights Act of 1964.
New Jersey Education Association wants children back in school, but not prematurely.
We can't have educators going back in unvaccinated in conditions that aren't safe, and certainly we would ask the governor to prioritize educators being vaccinated.
The topic of remote instruction has been a heated one, especially to frustrated parents like Kara Siegel.
How long do our children stay out of school? Children belong in school.
Siegel believes that her children are suffering studying at home and have no motivation to learn.
My daughter needs to be in school full time. 100% her education is slipping. There's no question. She tells me she's not learning.
Even with vaccinations for school teachers and staff, the safety of lunch hour and sports gatherings still come into question. The superintendent of Madison schools weighed in.
Introducing lunches into school where students are going to be eating with their masks off increases risk. Additionally, having students, especially the secondary level, all in to the point that we can't maintain 6 feet of distance also adds a level of risk.
In an effort to get students back to school, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention classified teachers as part of the Phase 1B nationwide vaccine program. In the meantime, many New Jersey students, teachers, and staff are approaching nearly 1 year of being on a hybrid or all-remote schedule.
This is detrimental to our children, the future of our children's education.
At this point in time, although school staff are among the priority list of workers who need to be vaccinated, Governor Murphy's administration has not yet rolled out a date. Reporting from Madison for Jersey Matters, I'm Kimberly Kravitz. Welcome. This is a live special report. We are moments away from a daily briefing on the novel coronavirus. And even with this never-ending line of cars, there is no way that anyone would ever be turned away.
We plan on cutting it off at 500, but I'm looking at the line behind you right now, Kim, and nobody's going to go away hungry.
And for any businesses that might be interested, you could bring Henry the Dentist right on site at no cost.
It's not where you're from or who you are. It's, everybody has the culture, and food is something that strings it together.
You've prepared 2 of the dishes that we see here on the Eat, Drink, Local Restaurant Week. Be sure to download our mobile app for instant weather and news if you haven't already. For additional content, visit our website at njnn.tv. Stay with New Jersey News Network for the latest developments of the coronavirus. I'm Kimberly Jade.